This is the household chore Jonathan Scott finds most pleasurable. Jonathan Scott loves to spring clean, so much so that he doesn't limit the task to just the season. I spring clean like 3-4 times a year because I love to just reduce down to what we really need. The celebrity AOU star said in a video he posted on Instagram. It helps keep you more efficient in your day-to-day life. While divulging his passion for decluttering, Scott revealed his top tips for tackling any big cleaning project. He outlined 3 clear steps while giving a glimpse into his green kitchen cabinetry, walk-in pantry, and built-ins filled with board games. First, Scott always goes through a planning phase. Determine what you want to accomplish and set a budget for extra storage containers, dividers, or cleaning supplies if needed. After your plan is set, he recommends sticking to it. In the heat of it, when you're covered in dust and you're frustrated, that's a bad time to start changing things, he said. The next step is to take everything out of the room, cabinet, or drawer you're working on. Then divide everything into 4 categories: keep, toss, recycle, and donate. Do you really need to have that hose that's 40 years old and has holes in it? Probably not, he continued. Do you really need to have 14 different types of containers? No, you probably don't. When you're ready to put everything back in, it'll be much easier to organize your keep pile. Then finally, Scott said step 3 is to channel your patience. You can make that easier by ensuring you don't take on too much that you get frustrated and want to give up. Tackle what you can accomplish in a short period of time, and it'll make it a lot easier for you, he added. Scott ended the video by reminding viewers that cleaning can be fun, saying you come across old stuff that you forgot about. Maybe there's a piece you don't even know what it is, and so let the mystery begin. Just have fun, and take it in bite-sized chunks, and you'll really be successful. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott smile together in Lay, plus Mikey Madison, Daniel Craig, and more. From Lay to London and everywhere in between, see what your favorite stars are up to. Stars have been everywhere this week, from Mikey Madison hosting Saturday Night Live in New York City to Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott smiling together in LA over in Milan. Daniel Craig keeps the celebrations going for Queer, while in Vancouver the Madden brothers hit the red carpet together. Here are the best photos of celebs out and about this week. Come back tomorrow for more of the latest A-list outings. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott smile together at Bell Media's Northern Lights cocktail event on March 27 in Lay. Fans rally around Jonathan Scott as he shares tragic photo from Los Angeles wildfires. Hearst magazines and Yahoo may earn commission or revenue on some items through these links. It's been nearly 4 months since wildfires ravaged parts of Southern California at the top of this year. And still, for many residents, the rebuilding continues. To provide some aid to those still impacted by the disastrous wildfires, Chasing the West star Jonathan Scott recently shared some invaluable information on how they can rebuild. For anyone who was also affected by the fires in Los Angeles, head to my link in bio for 5 things you need to know about rebuilding, Scott wrote in the caption to a photo shared on Instagram last week. Many in the comments from the Instagram post confirmed that the house was fiancée Zooey Deschanel's parents' home. The post corresponds with a moving video that Scott put together about 5 tips fire victims can follow to start rebuilding. Scott's Instagram post was met with a flood of messages from fans expressing their support for both Scott and Deschanel. Others on the social media app applauded the Property Brothers star for continuing to offer help months after the wildfires. Zooey and Emily's story affected me more than anyone else's. I hope when they look at the structure they will remember every happy memory they had with friends and family. No destructive force can ever take that away from them, one person wrote. Jonathan, you are so sweet and caring. You are always helping people out any way that you can, read another comment. One fan even suggested that Scott create a show focusing on rebuilding the home. A series about rebuilding this home would be awesome, they wrote. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott's relationship timeline. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott first met while filming an episode of Carpool Karaoke, and got engaged in 2023. Wedding bells are ringing for Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott. The HGTV star proposed to the actress in August 2023 during a family trip to Scotland. Deschanel's 2 children, Elsie and Charlie, even played a part in the proposal. Scott and the new girl star first met while filming an episode of Carpool Karaoke back in 2019. They since purchased and renovated a home together and are slowly planning their nuptials. The Property Brothers alum gushed about Deschanel and opened up about their dream home in an essay for Drew plus Jonathan Reveal. Reveal is owned by People's parent company, Dadesh Meredith. 8 months into our relationship, I already knew Zooey was the yin to my yang, the PB to my J. We were on parallel paths toward the happiness we've been seeking our whole lives, he wrote. From their Carpool Karaoke introduction to their engagement, here's everything to know about Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott's relationship. August 2019. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott meet on the set of Carpool Karaoke. Scott and Deschanel first crossed paths while they were filming the same episode of James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. Scott and Deschanel were joined by his brother Drew Scott and her sister Emily Deschanel on the episode, and the pair immediately hit it off. A source told People things between the two fell into place quickly, explaining, "They were doing Carpool Karaoke and they had a really fun day." September 2019. Zooey Deschanel announces her divorce as she and Jonathan Scott sparked dating rumors. Soon after she and Scott collaborated on Carpool Karaoke, the new girl actress announced that she and her husband of 4 years had separated with plans to divorce. A friend of the couple told People at the time that the pair had separated several months prior to the announcement. A week before the news broke, Deschanel was spotted holding hands with Scott while the two were on a walk. A source confirmed the dating rumors to People, saying, "It's new, but they are having a lot of fun together." October 20, 2019. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott go Instagram official. Scott and Deschanel didn't waste any time confirming their relationship on Instagram. In a coordinated reveal, the couple posted the same photo from Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights, where they went on a double date with Scott's twin brother and his wife Linda Fan. October 31, 2019. Zooey Deschanel attends Jonathan Scott's brother's wedding. Shortly after their Instagram debut, Deschanel joined the Property Brothers star at his older brother JD's Halloween-themed wedding. The two went in character as Batman and Catwoman, with Deschanel sharing photos of their ensembles with the caption, "It's the first time I've ever been Catwoman escorted to a fancy dress party wedding by Batman." November 10, 2019. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott make their red carpet debut. Scott and Deschanel stepped out on the red carpet together for the first time at the Critics' Choice Documentary Awards. Scott spoke to People during the date night, sharing that the event celebrated one of their mutual passions. "Yes, it is our first red carpet together because she is also a huge advocate for independent films and documentary films as well," he said. "So, for us to come and be able to support this is very important." April 2020. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott reveal their quarantining together. Scott and Deschanel found themselves spending a lot of time at home during the spring of 2020. Luckily, the two were able to enjoy that time together, with Scott telling People that he was quarantining with the perfect person. Deschanel also impressed Scott with her at-home salon skills. The HGTV star admitted his girlfriend of 7 months did an incredible job coloring his hair. June 2020. Zooey Deschanel finalizes her divorce. Deschanel and her ex-husband Jacob Hickennick finalized their divorce 9 months after the initial filing. A source close to the former couple emphasized to People that the former partners were putting their children first, explaining, "They are very private and are excellent parents and love their kids so much and want this to be smooth for them." August 4, 2020. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott celebrate their first anniversary. Scott and Deschanel marked a heartfelt rite of passage on August 4, 2020. the anniversary of the day they first met. They each commemorated the occasion on Instagram with written tributes. "1 year ago today I met this kind, caring, hilarious, generous, creative, nerdy, handsome, and all-around incredible human," Deschanel wrote alongside 2 photos of herself and Scott. November 2020. Jonathan Scott shoots down engagement rumors. Scott playfully shot down rumors of the pair's engagement while speaking to SiriusXM co-hosts Covino and Rich in November 2020. As he put it, he doesn't plan on sharing when he's proposing to Deschanel before he actually pops the question. "I'm pretty confident that I will ask my girlfriend to marry me before I tell a reporter," the Jonathan Scott's Power Trip star said. December 2020. Zooey Deschanel makes her HGTV debut. Deschanel showed up on Scott's HGTV show Celebrity IOU in December 2020. Though the actress admitted that she wasn't exactly the best construction partner, it was clear that she was game to play along. Deschanel also joked on the episode that while she admires her boyfriend's work, she would rather watch him do it from afar, with headphones on. June 2021. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott open up about shared interests. In an interview with Pete O'Peel, Deschanel said that one of the reasons she loves Scott so much is that they both share a passion for the environment. As she put it, their mutual interest in activism helped them cement their connection early on. "I remember actually when we first met, he sent me his documentary and I was like, wow, we are so aligned on this level," she shared. September 12, 2021. Zooey Deschanel congratulates Jonathan Scott on his Emmy nomination. Deschanel turned out to honor Scott when he received a Creative Arts Emmy nomination for Property Brothers, Forever Home. The actress showed her support on Instagram, captioning a photo of the two from the event. "So proud of this handsome man at Jonathan Scott getting nominated for an Emmy." December 2021. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott announced they bought a home together. Deschanel and Scott closed out 2021 by taking a big step together, announcing the purchase of their forever home. Scott shared the news in an essay for Drew plus Jonathan Reveal, the magazine he and his brother produced together. He described it as, "Our dream home, where we'll see the kids grow up laughing and adventuring in the yard, where we'll play host to friends and family." The pair first closed on the house in June 2020 and immediately started on renovations. March 27, 2022. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott attend an Oscars party together. Deschanel and Scott were still going strong in March 2022 when they showed up at the Vanity Fair Oscars party hand in hand. Scott posted photos from the night on Instagram, including one in which he's carrying his girlfriend's train. As he wrote, "You've affectionately held my heart for almost 3 years. The least I could do is hold your train for 3 hours." June 15, 2022. Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott reveal their newly completed home. Since purchasing their 5-bedroom Los Angeles home in June 2020, Scott and Deschanel showed off their newly finished property in the June issue of Drew plus Jonathan Reveal. Although the couple gave the 1938 build a total makeover, Scott admitted in the cover story that the Georgian property is a beautiful home with a lot of history. Deschanel added, "As soon as we pulled into the driveway, we knew this house was special. This is a house that suits our tastes and needs, aesthetically and functionally," Deschanel continued. "Jonathan is so amazing at figuring that out. He's been doing it for his clients for so long, and now he's done that for us and our family." October 17, 2022. Zooey Deschanel called Jonathan Scott the best on The Drew Barrymore Show.